Hello, hello. Hey, Sinistello. Okay, so the plan for today is to do whatever can still be done from the to-do list while streaming. Uh, the non-streaming. Oh, that didn't work. The non-streaming tasks are piling up though, so Adam is thinking of having this be his last stream until Monday. Yeah, Monday is when we'll start the next game. Okie dokie. Hi, everyone. Blood Mysterious, Cuddlefish. Getting a little easier to wake up early again. Nice. I saw that's what you were using for text expansion. Yeah, I think Espanso is great. I will say this. If you're on Windows, AutoHotkey is the best program ever because it does text expansions, although with a slightly worse syntax, I would say. But it does everything else too. But given that you mentioned Hammer Spoon, I don't know if you're on a Mac or not. But you play games on a Windows machine at least. So anyway, I'm not sure what you use primarily. But yeah, Espanso is pretty nice. Okay, so I have a lot of off-stream tasks now. And actually, one of the other things I want to look at off stream is like, I need to scan my next game note to make sure there's nothing private there, since I plan to show it on stream. Hey, Magnus. I also came to a conclusion that I should not be using Obsidian for like any notes that could potentially get shared. I think it's a bad idea. So we can update the stream of consciousness over here. Update. This would have been a bad idea. I realize that I write documents that I may want to share selectively, and I don't necessarily know at the time of writing whether I want to share it. With Obsidian, I don't have a selective publishing workflow. I just publish everything in public. But if I want to share a design document with a specific group of people, it would be annoying. Hey, hey, Smack. IRL friends with one of Hammer Spoon creators? Oh, nice. Yeah. I don't think you mentioned that, no. New game already? New game next week. So the plan is, I think Monday we start the game. Tuesday we probably finalize it. Wednesday we publish to Steam, and then probably Thursday we do the next game after that. But that one will have a shorter schedule, so I think Friday we'll publish that one to Steam. And then maybe do 3 games the next week. So that way we can pump out something like 40 games per month eventually. And one of them is bound to do well. Hey, kids. No, so the actual plan is, yes, Monday we're going to start the design. And I think it's really important that everyone realizes what this means, because it's going to be incredibly frustrating for some people to watch this kind of design stream. But the game design streams are typically like tons of text, incredibly hard to follow or contribute if you haven't watched the whole thing. And then this is magnified as the week goes on. One last free weekend. Well, it's not really a free weekend. I have a lot to do. So one of the things that's accumulating here is this off-stream stuff. Like, a lot of this is pretty easy, but some of it is like record a whole video. The recording a whole video is pretty intense. It's usually like many hours of work. And I'd like to get at least one video done before we start the next game. So yeah. Hey, why not? Woohoo, text. Very excited for note-heavy streams. Man, you're all weirdos. So it's done. People keep asking for content, but I guess I didn't do well enough to invest more time and add stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much done. We're still going to do some localization stuff. But yeah, I don't know if you saw the wrap-up doc. This kind of sums everything up. And yeah, the short story is it's done, but it was a complete game. So it's not like I launched it and everyone was like, man, there's like missing content. The balance is totally broken. Instead, everyone was like, yeah, this is fun. We just want more. And who knows? Maybe there will be a Skeleiseller 2 at some point, but no plans for that now. Hey, Xyletics. Hey, Sophomire. Watching other devs passing by. I wish I could go full time. Well, look, this is, I think, something that is not really worth comparing. That expression, comparison is a thief of joy, is definitely true. Everyone has different circumstances and different abilities. And just the difference between part-time versus full-time is going to be a big difference that contributes to the amount of time it takes you to complete the game, like calendar time at least. Number of hours might actually be the same. But then, yeah, size of the team, amount of money you have putting into the game, the skill level you have at the beginning, the skill level you have in the middle. There's, yeah, quite a lot that goes into it. Hey, City, do you publish your stats or sales? Do you have a Reddit for that too? I only did the first day. And the first day, I don't know if you've already seen, but that's still in the journal if you want to take a look at that. You may think you see me, but that's just an illusion. I'm behind bars for being a bad chatter. No, you shouldn't consider yourself behind bars. But thank you for the resub and have you 1 year. I think of so many tips and tricks just passively watching, take notes and designing. Yeah, I'm really excited about this, but I also think it's going to be a little bit difficult to manage with chat, and I need to write some things about that probably now. Monday, we'll start with tenets. We'll end with the journal. And maybe we'll write this now on stream. In fact, maybe I'll just literally start it now. Yeah, you know, I'll do that. Curious about the long tail with sales. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it maybe eventually, but I myself haven't even looked at it. So I want to make a new folder in Google Drive somewhere. But where? Where did I put all the Skeleiseller stuff? I never know where this folder is. I'm looking off screen, I know that, but I never know where this folder is because I always just search for it. And then I find a document and go to show file location. Apparently it is in Adam Learns Public Design, Game Design, Skeleiseller. I don't want to go that deep into these files. What's a better folder for this? Maybe just like documents, next game. It's not even in documents. It's just literally in public. Huh. I think this is a bad way to organize things. I want to put it in documents, I think. Yeah, I'll make a new folder in here called games. New folder, games, my games. Oh, you know what you can do? This is a nice little trick. If you've ever got a ton of notes or like tons of folders, putting emojis in them can be kind of nice. Like, let's say you have a list of like, I don't know, favorite movies or something. Like a little star might be nice to put in. So I'm going to put a video game controller in here. Controller. Wonder if that affects alphabetical order. Don't know. Don't care. Okay. Next up, we make a new folder in here. New folder. I'll just call this next game for now. I'm not actually totally sure what the title is going to be. I have an idea, but yeah. ALPDGMS. Adams. Let's Plays. Don't get mad, son. I don't know. What does that stand for? For the next game, have a room camera with Adam writing stuff down on a huge whiteboard. What if that's the game? Yeah. Make a folder called stuff and a file called things. Hey, if it works, it works. Okay, so I want to make a design advisory. Or like, yeah. Maybe I'll do this. New game introduction for reviewers. All right, I'm almost done. I can almost show this on the screen again. Give me a sec. So here's the thing. We'll put this over here. Good. Hey, Chef Alton. Oh, combining your current folder structure. Oh, I see. Yeah. You type game design. maybe I would have gotten it then. We'll never know. Okay, so overview. This document is meant to be succinct so that new chatters can understand the expectations. Adam is designing a new game. The broad overview is fill this in. Design advisory. Adam is live streaming this to get input, but yeah, you should only provide input if you've been watching for long enough to understand what the current issue is and how it fits into the bigger picture. This is not feasible for some people. And that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to sound like a jerk. I just, every time I've done game design streams in the past, I feel like it ends up being like a new person will join and they'll understand almost no part of what's going on and then be like, oh, have you thought of this? And it's like, yeah, I've probably thought of that. In fact, we probably already talked about it. So yeah, I want to have some document here for this. Yeah. I don't even plan on sharing the design document, so yeah. And doesn't plan to share the design documents. So yeah, which makes it even harder to get the required context. Maybe this is a bit heavy-handed. Maybe I'll keep this in my back pocket and just if we need it, I'll share it. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. If we need the stream advisory or like the participation notes, link this. And then what's that folder that I made? Hey, Mavins. What's that folder that I made? It's documents, my games, next game. You copy paths over here? I don't think you can. No, I don't think you can. Can you see them? It's text somewhere? Huh. I don't know if you can do that either. Okay, well, anyway. Documents go in Drive. Documents. Controller icon. My games, next game. There we go. Did finish the project need to finish? Nice, 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 nice. Hope the stress level's dropping. I really don't want to think about art and music, but then I have the same problem in the next game. I think when it comes to art and music, if you feel like you can't do it, which by the way, you made music before. I think you should put some time into that. I think you could probably be pretty good at it. Art, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen your artwork, but yeah, music and art are kind of the same things as anything else in video games that you might not be able to do, which is either you get someone else to work on the project or you get pre-made stuff. And I think the pre-made stuff route is pretty easy and pretty cheap. Sometimes it's free. If you get CC0 assets, for example, like we used a bunch of sound effects in Skeleiseller, like the potion drinking sound. Like I'm not going to go record that and I probably wouldn't do a very good job at it. So I think it's still worth trying to pursue this route for a little bit. I've been trying to get people to ask me to make music for the games for a long time. Yeah, there you go. See? Look at how easy that was, Darkstorm. I stopped making my game plan file giant with 99% things on the RAM plan. Hey, friendly. So if you're being serious about this, I think part of it is understanding your limits in terms of resources. So you're making some design document. It's nice to have a pie in the sky vision, but then you need to prune that down to like, what can I accomplish? So I don't think it's bad to have a document with a bunch of things you won't implement. I just think that should be in some tab, right? Like tab 1 is like full design. And then tab 2 is the design we can actually handle. Even in the Skeleiseller document, there are tons of ideas in here. Like if I expand this and go down to the idea section, it starts on page 27 and goes down to page 47. So there are 20 pages of ideas. These, I mean, maybe some of these got implemented, but like probably most of them didn't. And that's okay. It's nice to have some ideas in case you want to look at it later. Hey, Phil. And hey, Strawn. Okay, so yeah, where'd I leave off with this? Oh yeah, so I was talking about the actual plan, right? So yeah, Monday will be start the game design. And I suspect it'll probably take about a week to have a general idea of what to prototype. And then we probably start the prototype. And that may take like 1 to 4 weeks. And then yeah, if that goes well and people like the demo, the very rough demo, then we pursue the full game. That's a general plan. And there'd probably be like a vacation in there somewhere. I don't know where. So all in all, the next game probably wouldn't start completely. Like I probably wouldn't start the code for the full GitHub repo until maybe like May. That's my guess. Hey, LSRP, thanks for the reset. Almost at 3 years. You share the general genre of what you're thinking of for the prototype. I'll share it more on Monday, I think. I don't want to talk about it too much today. Can't wait for the first Void main. Void. How you planning on doing prototype validation? Itch? Yeah, pretty much the same way we did for the last one. Like, well, I guess similar at least. Yes, it will probably be on Itch. The prototype for the last game was Idle Ascendance, and we just made a web game. But that's because I made it in GDScript. I'm going to be making the new game in C#. And that means that I can't do a web export. So I'll probably just have downloads on Itch. And we'll just see what people think. Hey, Goose. For notes to get used to it, by the way. Yeah, I was. And this is still in my muscle memory for this. But yeah, I should be doing this and just typing it all over in here. There. Hey, Dead Monster. Hey, Seshamara. No real budget, and I don't want to go with a revenue share route in case the game flops. Buying assets is always an option, but you eventually end up having more games using the same pack. I don't think that having games using the same pack is a big problem. Also, I mean, think of what the alternative was. Well, I just said that again. Like, your options are basically, one, drop the game for something new and encounter the same problem. 2 is pick up the skills to do that stuff yourself. 3 is get someone else. 4 is get pre-made stuff. And maybe there's some other stuff I'm not considering here, but like, if your big alternative is I'm just going to drop the game anyway, you might as well like see what it's like to get some stuff in and see it, how do I like the releasing process, or do people enjoy the game? I also don't think asset packs are like a giant downside. So Skeleiseller, I mean, obviously, as you know, had asset packs at the beginning, but if you look at any screenshot, it's like all the items are custom art. This NPC is custom art. This is custom art in the UI. So yeah, the background is different, like the ogre graphic, the entire map here, these character portraits are all custom. But, and this isn't to like call out Mr. D-Boy, but I don't think Mr. D-Boy made custom art for Mr. Farm Boy. And that's not to say it's like worse or anything. I think he mostly used an asset pack for that. That's okay. And other games might look kind of similar. Hey, Gleska. Too much of a person with creature comforts. I'll leave VS Code. Yeah, I'm gonna try Rider out. I'll see how I like it. I haven't actually really given it a shot for code yet, but I think I'll like it. For prototyping, since a lot of people play in the browser and don't download, maybe rethink in GDScript. I think I'm still gonna use C# because one of the things that's kind of a benefit, like if you think about it this way, the pros are the expertise that I could reuse code if I wanted from Skeleiseller or for the full game. And a con is no web export, but the mitigation for this is I'm back in I clearly love doing that. The mitigation is I have a stream audience and Skeleiseller Discord now to pull from. Plus, to validate the prototype, I think you only need like 30 to 50 people. That should give you a wide enough variety of feedback to know if the game is fun. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to use GDScript because one of the cons of using GDScript would be the lack of expertise. So I'd be like, how do I do this again? Or what am I doing here? I can't just copy paste something from before. Yeah. I didn't know GScript exports to web easier. So Godot should export to the web easily no matter what, but C# just isn't working for it for right now. And it's been a known issue for a while. So it will eventually work again, and then this wouldn't have been a consideration at all. Like if I were making this game, let's say a year in the future, this wouldn't even be a con. It'd just be gone. I always think the same, and then it's always I could do better this time. So there are things that are pretty generic like this, fade functions. We want to fade in an element or we want to fade out an element. Like I can just do this, copy, and then put this into the new thing, paste, and I'm just done. Right? Like this worked, we've tested it. Now I probably shouldn't do that. What I probably should do is make a library and then share it between games so that I can update it for all games at once. But if I change semantics of stuff, that could be a bad idea. I don't want to break Skeleiseller next time I publish it. Anyway, as far as tasks today go, so we have this. Figure out why Abbott, the bot side of thing, causes a million errors like this. I think we updated this at some point. I don't even know where this repo is. I mean, it's on GitHub, but is it on GitHub under this account or the other account? Abbott. No, there it is. Okay. When did I last update this? Fix logging and improve comments. Add missing intent, add temporary logging, fix build deploy process. This was all in November. But the last log message I have is November 14th. So it was apparently still happening even with this. Well, that's unfortunate. And what's it doing? It's Twerple. Subscription stream online failed to subscribe. Socket for user is not connected or does not have a session ID yet. This should never happen. Okay, has this been fixed? Twerple, GitHub. Because I like this library. Whoops. There we go. Is not connected or does not have a session ID yet. This should never happen. I don't see any issues for this right now. That's not great. When's this one from? 2023. Maybe I should just update this and just see if something happens. I don't know. Are there new issues? Has this even been in active development? Months ago. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, maybe we should just update this and see what happens. Shared library between 10 different projects works pretty well. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea if I maintain it correctly. Because, yeah, what I'd hate to do is something like I've got that code, fade functions, and I'm like, oh, let's just change. It modulates. It's like red when it comes in. And then Skeleiseller looks totally broken, and I just never test it. All right, yeah, I'm going to try updating this. Okay, let's go find code Abbott. Open this up. New window. What do I do now? Whoops. Package.json. For bots? Shouldn't this have Twerple in it? Yeah. All right, so we're at 7.2.1 for all of these. NPM Twerple. What are they up to? 8.0.3. I wonder where the release notes are, because they have a new major version. 8.0.0. This is yet another catch-up release. It also catches up with modern technology and causing breaking changes. Okay, great. I'll change the minimum supported node version to 20. Oh no, what am I on? I don't even know. There's no node version here. I guess it wouldn't be there anyway. It'd be in the root. No, I don't have it listed. I think you can manifest it. I just didn't. So what I could possibly check is what am I running on my mini PC? Give me a sec. How did I made a Docker image out of this, didn't I? How is this working? Docker compose atom dev. Docker compose atom dev. Image. Atom learns Abbott bots the latest. We have a README here. Give me one sec. Okay. Eltermark, hey Scholar. Thank you. Kind of sitting poorly here. That's why I don't do Node stuff anymore. Yeah, I like Node for getting started, but maintaining something in Node has never been that much fun for me. Also, I got to get this to not have M files here. How to get writer to not show M files by default in Command P. Okay, so how do we make our Docker containers? Build Docker file. Okay, there we go. So we go to bots, Docker file. Node 18. Ah, that's what I was worried about. Hey, John. See the Docker file to see the Node version? Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. I mean, we could just pull from a new image, but the question is, will it even work? I mean, the stakes are pretty low here. We could just revert all this stuff if it doesn't work. So yeah, I should probably test this. Let's figure out that other part first, though. If I have an M file, how do I get it to stop showing up? Writer, stop showing M files in find. Is there even a way to do that? Like, let's say I didn't want to show this, for example. That might be a way to do that. But what is this thing called again? Go to file. How to exclude a folder from search and indexing. Oh, this should be dead simple then, right? Just right click tool stop index. All right, so let's say I didn't want it to show up. Let's say we didn't want town to show up here. So there's town right now. We could possibly just click individual files. No, I think you have to click a folder. Yeah, there's stop index. But I would want to stop indexing on the root. Let me do this off screen for a sec really fast. So yeah, I have my M files there. I want to stop indexing the source folder though. This just seems wrong to me. So now what? I type M. No, this doesn't even work. What am I doing? Or maybe it's in a different package. Package bots. Oh, I picked the wrong folder. Okay, that's my bad. Yes, that does work. But now I can't find the index. Oh, man. Okay, maybe, hang on. Maybe I can index specific files. Yes, I can. Okay, whew. Stop index. Okay, so let me see if there's any other production stuff here. Env production local package bots. It says no index, but it's showing up. I can't figure this out. Oh no, I got indexed again. All right, now what? Package bots. Huh. I don't know how to do this. It already says these files have no index, and yet I'm able to find them. All right. Hey, Matt. Hey, Scributica. Oh, man. This will not index the folder, so it won't appear in search results. I did this for each folder I have on the project. Specify which things to exclude. What are you up to right now with indexing? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand, but you know what I should do? I should make a fake project here that has a bunch of M files. In fact, it could be Skeleiseller, but let's just make a new folder here. Temp, make dir, fake rider project with M files. Curious what you're doing. I haven't figured out yet. All I was doing is right clicking and going to stop index. Yeah. Okay, so I got nothing in here. I'll open this up and we'll just start spewing some files into here. Did it open? Yeah, I think. It looks like it's trying to. What's this? Trust and open. Yeah, trust and open. New window. What's a question mark 246? This is the Git status. I don't know. It must think this is a Git repo. It went up to 247. Yeah, I don't have anything. Oh, maybe the .idea stuff. I don't know. Yeah, usually this is like Git status here. So if I go into the Skeleiseller folder, it shows, oh, this is the number of untracked files in the repo, probably. So yeah, 246. I don't know why it would have been there to begin with. Maybe it's inside the temp folder. Maybe there's a Git repo in the temp folder. Yeah. Trying to keep secrets from returning the search. Yeah. So here we have the fake writer project. I want to go add in a new folder or new file. We call this like .env. Well, just .env. It doesn't really matter. Do you want to add it to Git? No, I don't really care. All right, so secret equals hunter2. And then we want another thing here that is a Docker file. And we just say this would be a Docker file. And then we make another folder maybe. And call this source. And put another M file in there. Another secret equals hunter3. Okay, so if I close all these and just search for env, it's finding them both and just showing secrets right there on the screen. So if I right click this and go to stop index, and then same thing here. Okay, now it's not finding it, but that's not what was going on in my other project. And what happens if I search for secret? Yeah, it still finds it. I needed to like not find it from anything. It just shows us a bunch of stars to me. Dir env is pretty something for that too. Like, is it a plugin that'll hide M files for me? You exclude things. I don't know how functional that is. Well, it sounds like I need to make sure this never shows up. And we have this inside of index layout. So I have this file. And I have explicit excludes. And I have specified these couple of things. So yeah, they don't show up in here anymore, but they do show up in search. I need to make that not happen. Oh, it is. Okay, yeah, let me go look at that then. Rider, plugins. Better dir env. Are you talking about this one? Or this one? It's possible you need to re-index. I think the index is working. Like, I can't find it through the go-to file thing, but I can find it through search. I don't think search is controlled by a lack of... Oh, whoops, I meant to search for secret. Yeah, I think we need to change these up here, and I just want this to, like, never show up. Use flake. What is flake? Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. All right, well, when I failed to do this, this is when I just go over to here. So in Rider, I have some .m files with secrets in them. I don't want to accidentally share these on my screen. So I don't want them showing up in go to file or in search results. I can apparently stop indexing to manage the former, but how do I achieve the latter? Okay, hey Nightfall. You already know what your new game will be about? I've got a pretty good idea. I just haven't shared too much yet. And hey Max. And Grog, thank you for the sub. Right click the file, then edit, then exclude. Exclude? I don't have exclude there. Maybe because I've already de-indexed it? No, I don't have it even for something I haven't de-indexed. And thanks, Nightfall. How's it work in Skeleiseller then? I can't even open editor config since it's in the root. It just depends on what you're opening in either VS Code or Rider. If you're opening it in Rider, that's probably not indexed. Just something when you CD in your directory will set up your environment variables and secrets. Oh, yeah, I'm looking for something that's going to hide this. Keep them out of go-to file. You already found this, but for completeness, mark directory as excluded. Yeah, I think I've already done this. Keep them out of search results. Does not fully respect excluded folders. So you need to explicitly filter them. Scope filtering. You can save this scope and reuse it. File mask. Global ignore. That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, I got to make a custom scope and then save that scope. Okay, well, let's go figure that out then, huh? So how do we do that? Maybe, no, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I could encrypt these. I just want to know if there's a way to stop them from showing up. And because encrypting, it'll be an extra step when I go to use it. I'll have to decrypt it. And if I leave it decrypted at rest, then I haven't accomplished anything. So I need to delete it after decrypting it or decrypt it right before I use it. And only right before I use it. All right, open find in files, click the scope drop down. What scope on the last tab of the find dialog? Oh, there. Oh, thank you. Okay, so now I make a new one somehow. Here we go. Local or shared? I don't know what the difference is. Let's pick local. So we'll do all files, no secrets. Now pattern file star.env and not .env star. Sure, whatever. Let's try that. So now what? It turns white if it is not included? Okay, yeah, that seems good. But now I always have to use that scope. Yeah, now it doesn't find anything, but if I type Docker file, it does. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be problematic. Because is this going to just keep, like, I search for it and it's always got that? Yeah, but I can't ever accidentally change this. Put it in the file mask as well. But there are going to be times when I want to search for specific files, in which case I might just click star.cs, which I guess then wouldn't find M files. So maybe that'd be okay. But then when I'm done, I might just like uncheck this and then we'd have a problem. So I just need to keep the scope here, I guess. Would you ever consider making your own editor? No, no way. I do not have such unique needs that I would probably need my own editor, and I don't think it'd be fun for me to do. It's pretty intense. Decrypt at runtime using the system keychain. But that would work on Mac, right? I tend to run this from Linux when I'm actually launching my bots. So I need something that works there too, which maybe that's possible. I don't know. But just stopping this from finding it in the search results is probably good enough for me. Sounds so easy to leak. Well, there is one other way we could potentially do this. Although I kind of doubt this will work. But there might be a cloak plugin. But I doubt it would cloak it everywhere. No, they don't have one. Just share the secrets. Secrets masker. How does this work? There's like no information on this. Oh, it's just regex for contents of the file. This is not a good idea. Yeah, this is not a good idea. I also don't know if it works in find results anyway. But yeah, I don't want to start adding like random, you know, it has token in it, then I can't read it. And then I write a C# line where I'm like, oh yeah, string token equals foo. And it's like string token equals spoiler alert. Did you get so? Okay, well, let's try applying this over here. Oh, I closed it, didn't I? I did close it. Honestly, this probably won't affect my game dev too much because I don't really have any secrets there. But yeah, this is something worth keeping in mind. So let me try this again. Can I use this scope everywhere? Scope all places. Huh, that's weird. Maybe that's what shared meant. I'm now realizing. I thought it meant shared with other people, not shared across repos. Can I like make this shared? You can't? I mean, it wasn't that hard to make. Oh wait, there it is, local. All right, I'll just make a shared one. All files, no secrets. All right, copy this over to here. Delete this. Click OK. Now I should have it over on my other window. Maybe I need to restart. Hi, Griffin. What sort of thing are you planning? I don't have much information that I've launched yet, but here's the tiny note that I have so far. Does it look at get ignored file? It does, yeah. And wait, this isn't right. Where's my other project? There are lots of times when I do want to search the whole file system. Why was this never a problem with me in VS Code? Oh, probably because I didn't use Quick Find back then. So now it probably would be a problem. Although I do have the cloak plugin if I needed to. Yeah, we all get it. You can all use the shared scope. I wouldn't mind. I still don't see it here. I don't know what shared scope even means then. Like the scope dialog's empty over here. What is a shared scope? Maybe it's just that it saves it into the Git repo versus saving it into a local XML file. Writer shared search scope. Writing line by line with them. Don't forget to write line by line of the design document too, so you understand everything that's going to happen. Search everywhere. What does a shared scope mean? That's the only thing I'm trying to figure out. Did they mention shared? No. Huh. I just want to figure out what I'm doing when I change it to shared. Scopes. Was I already on this? Yeah, add new local or shared. What is this? Added a VCS. Okay, so that's it. Yeah. They're just either in the local one or they're in VCS. What do I don't really care, I guess. Maybe you could censor the text in them. Yeah. I would need to do it in every widget where we can show text. So it's got to work in even the find results. And I don't know if you can do that. Hey, Vibe. Okay, so I just go make the scope again. Let's go do that. So add, I guess it doesn't matter if it's local or shared. All files, no.env. I click OK. So it says contains 201 of 201 files. Why? Shouldn't it have ignored these? What if I just click exclude on this? Whoa. What am I missing though? Why would .m star not match this? Oh, because of the stuff that comes before it? Do I need to do like, I wonder if this supports globs. Like if I do star star slash this. No, what about this? Ah, there we go. So that's what I want, I think. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't get the star star worked. Well, okay, maybe it did. No, it didn't. Yeah, it's not glob syntax. I think it's just regex. What's this? Path and project slash slash star to match all files in a directory recursively. Slash slash star? So I want .m star slash slash star? I'm confused by that. Maybe just dot slash slash star? I don't think I understand that. But either way, I guess we could just do it this way. So that. Whew. Trying to set up something like Cloak. Well, just trying to get these to be ignored completely. Like if I accidentally open the M file, then that's it. We've leaked all the secrets. But hopefully I don't open the M file. Preventing leaking .m files or other secrets. You have to de-index the files so that they don't show in go to file. Windy, windy, windy. Hello, hello. And hey, Dev Dad. Thanks for the raid. Hey, too, Bob. Just tell chat you rotated the keys. Yeah, I'll be like, it's a very intense cipher. You'll never figure out. It's called Rot 0. Hey, Kilted Ninja. And hey, Kragens, Future Millennium. There he is, look. Yeah, so as Windy mentioned on his stream, I finished Skeleiseller last week and launched it. And now we are working toward the next game, but we're not working on the next game just yet. Do hidden files show up in search? Hidden ones would still, yes. You have to like scope so that you don't find them at all. So right click the file or containing folder in the Explorer view and choose edit, exclude, or tools. What's oh my god, what's to do here? What's the other one? Tools stop index. Depending on whether you're in the files or solution view. New game, how exciting. Yeah, I told Windy my idea. And Windy, you can't share it now. But I was like, oh yeah, I came up with an idea and I shared it. And I forgot exactly how Windy said it, but he's like, oh yeah, I've had tons of ideas, not just some random idea I came up with on a plane. Oh, that's right. Right. I had another game idea that I'm not going to pursue. I told him the one I came up with while I was flying somewhere. And Windy, with extreme derision and condescension in his voice, said, your game ideas are bad, Adam. And I said, thank you for the good advice, Windy. Thank you for respecting me as a game developer. There's a mutual respect, right? I mean, it's obvious. You can hear the thinly veiled rage as Windy greets me in his stream. Hello, Adam. You guys always seething. The idea's bad. You should feel bad. Anyway, Oceanborn's looking good. Do you have as soon as you have a Steam page up, let me know and I can edit the Windy command. Okay, so we've done this, and then we also need to hide the files from search. I think the only easy way to do this is with a custom scope. So how do you do this? Open Find in Files. Click scope, and then the dot, dot, dot. Okay, wait, why is this finding? Oh, because I have it set all places. I'm like, why is it finding the secrets I'm not supposed to be finding? Do I have to change this every time I open this? That would be bad. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Put a little thing there and then there. Click scope and then the dot, dot, dot button. Oh, there we go. And then make a new scope. I keep thinking this is VS Code, man. It's because the theme is the exact same. And then from here, add a new thing that looks like, it doesn't even look like that. It's got to look like something else. Give me a sec. This is obviously very difficult to do. Add a new scope with this pattern. Oh, wait, he's got the Steam page? Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, let me modify the Windy command. I do want to actually look this over. He is currently working on Oceanborn. I like to copy this. I'll say a colorful exploration-based RPG. Okay, cool. No trailer yet, but I hope soon. Yeah, let me take a look. Very nice. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, I will add to wish list. Oh wait, this is my wrong. This is the wrong account. This wish list means nothing. Okay, well. Did I make a typo? Yeah, colorful. My bad. Thanks, Ultramar. Okay, well, congrats on making that Steam page. It's a big achievement. Okay, then make sure to choose the new scope, and then we type .env over here. I think this is working now. Let me make sure. I got to do this off screen because I have a lot at stake if I accidentally leak this. Server port. Let's go search for that. Yeah, I think we're fine now. And then make sure to select the new scope that you added. Local just means it won't go into Git, into version control. Where's the reference for that? Too many, everything's open. Scopes and file colors. Oh, neat. I like colorful things. Colorful. Lots to do, but better to have one than not. Yeah, definitely. Hey, Atomic. Hey, Schwartz. .m star .m star should work. Yeah, I didn't check for the. Wait, why was this? Let me take a look at this. I'm sorry. I could do this over here, I guess. So if I delete this, yeah, that should be fine. But now it's anything containing .env. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So the big question, the most important question is, will this work every single time I start the IDE now? So I'm going to go close this. Now we're going to open it again. New window. Now I'm going to try searching. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem. Some would say this is a huge problem. Okay, you know what? hmm. I think this means I just shouldn't do what I'm trying to do on stream, which becomes yet another off-stream task now. How often do you manicure your cuticles? I'm not showing my fingers on stream again, Holtzy. That'll teach you. Yeah, there's no easy way to do this, is there? Man. Note, even if you perform the steps below, reloading the IDE will reset the search scope, which means you could easily leak a secret. Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about this here. Do I have any secrets in the Skeleiseller code base? I don't think so. I think, excuse me, everything's done via environment variables. But I don't think there's anything. Let me think about this. Like, I don't think there are API keys or anything. Even with... No, yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that's secret. I mean, we could even try searching for it. FF secret. Small secret dot wave. Yeah, I don't think I have anything like this in here. Seems like such a huge miss. I mean, this scenario is not super common that someone wants to stream the development of something. Because even if you're sharing screens with somebody, you're probably sharing screens with like a coworker or something, right? And if they see secrets, it's not a big deal because they probably have access to the same ones as you. But yeah, I think encrypting at rest could work. It's just, I did that a long time ago with Ansible. They have something called Ansible Vault. And then you need a password to like access the vault and everything. And it's just a little bit tedious. Jet, thanks for subbing. Yeah. So I don't know. Let's just stop this for now. I don't think it's worthwhile. So I guess we got to move this, and this is kind of done. So what, I just tab this in? Yeah. Easier, secure, can't have both. I mean, sometimes you can. There we go. Yeah. Anyway, what's this? Still need to change database from foo and bar to real credentials. I'll do this off stream too. Automate backups of the bot database to OneDrive. Yeah. Can we do this one now? Maybe we can do this now. This one doesn't have any secrets as far as I know. I sure hope it doesn't. So where did I put this? Vocal streamer. Yeah, there it is. Password.txt. What's that? Oh, wouldn't you know it? It's a password. Okay, well then maybe we shouldn't open this up either. Hey, Katie. Oh man, I'm not too happy with this. Have some system in place for backing up Jump Royale save file. I mean, this one, there's nothing secret in that folder, right? Jump Royale. Where's the save file? Something about players? Players.json, there it is. And I have not committed this anytime recently, so let's open this up. 50-50 chance I left a joke for later. That would be pretty funny. I do like it when I predict accurately what's going to happen like years in the future for myself. It contains these solutions. I kind of want to just open it as a directory, but I guess it doesn't really matter either way. As long as it opens everything. So somewhere in here there is players.
Whoops.
Oh, we don't even need to do that though, right? We can just do this. Yeah, there it is. So this has been modified quite a lot. This should have just everyone's data in here, right? Yeah. None of this is secret. In fact, it's on public GitHub. It's just got a name and a score. So yeah, let's commit this. Update players.json. ID project settings can be added to Git. I don't know what's best to do there, but let's commit and push this. Push. Log into GitHub to continue. Okay, engage privacy mode. Let me do this right now. I should probably fix my camera in privacy mode, huh? I'm not going to do that, though. Log in via GitHub. Please continue only if this page is open from a JetBrains IDE. Yes. Continue. Okay, authorize. When your phone is ready, click the button below. Okay, I think I should be done. You have successfully authorized GitHub. You can close this page. Did it work? Pushed. Yes. Okay. Cool. I mean, there's nothing really private in that flow anyway. Hope we don't end up with the same issue. Yeah, I hope I don't either. Although I don't mind pushing from the command line, because I don't tend to push all that frequently. So now if we go to Jump Royale here, we should have a new commit. Yeah, 1 minute ago. Wait, why is this yellow? There's a build here? Oh, man. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so that's fine. I said we should automate this process because one time I accidentally deleted them all. And yeah, this would be fine. I'll do this off stream too. Consider making a dispatch UI like a stream deck that will let me toggle mute, run the outro. This would be kind of cool. Yeah, let's do this. Let me put this on the main to-do list. What else do we have on here that I could actually tackle today? For this, searches including a £. Yeah, I'll probably need to do this off stream. I gotta like take adamlearns.com offline or just delete a bunch of stuff. I don't ever plan on using this again. In fact, oh God, I have an email address through this that I just changed everywhere, and I was so annoying to do this. I should probably keep this though, especially if my name's going to be Adam Learns on Twitch. I don't have a better idea for a name. Are you resetting the data? No. And another thing I can do though, while I'm coming up with ideas I can do on stream, I can update my Twitch avatar, update the YouTube one too. Yeah, I just change my name very frequently to whatever the current task is. I don't change emails, I just forward them. So I used to have Adam at adamlearns.live, and I was paying for .live.com and .net. And the total amount per year was, I'm just going to estimate, maybe like $50. I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't use any of these domains really, but if I'm going to keep any, I'll just keep the .com, right? So then I lowered my cost down to like $10 per year, which was really nice. But I lost access to that email address, so I had to change it to .com. And I don't really use this for anything anyway. In fact, if anyone emails me there, I pretty much just mark it as spam immediately because it pretty much means they must be spamming me. I've been getting a lot of key requests for Skeleiseller to this address. I don't know how they're finding this, and it's new as of like 2 months ago. So it's, yeah. Maybe they're finding it through YouTube or something. But then they're also emailing the Skeleiseller address. How'd launch go? Went pretty well. I haven't really been looking into it since the first day though. Oh, hey, an ad break's about to start in 30 seconds. Okay. I'll take a break now then, and then we'll come back and we'll do these things. I think this should be pretty interesting. Also, I have a private note about some of this stuff I'll take a look at. Okay, is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, hello again, everybody. Close the game. The nerf of not being allowed repeated commands is annoying. You can type repeated commands by just putting any trash letters afterward. Like if you want to jump 5, you can just put an A afterward and then a B and then a C or something like that. It just ignores whatever's after here, but it passes the Twitch repetition filter. I know it's a little bit more to have to do, but yeah, that's a Twitch restriction. Okay, I wanted to look into this. I have a note somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Someone came up with something that lets you resize windows, and I don't think I even want this, but I really, really want to check it out because it just sounds so interesting to me. So I'm seeing if I can find this note. Hammer, spoon. Oh, yeah. I should also take a look at the base 64 thing. Code a base 64 conversion tool for Google Docs. Okay, do I have any other note about this? No, I don't seem to. I saw it on Hacker News a while ago. I can't find it now. Yeah. Obama, thanks for subbing. Welcome in. Okay, well, let me see if I can find it through just documentation. Window resize. HS.grid. I think this is it. Move resize within a grid. Grid to partitions your screen for the purpose of window management. Default layout is 3x3. No, that's not right, is it? Just.grid.show. Shows the grid and starts a modal. Yeah. This is it. This is it. I want to try this out. Okay, so let's go open up my Hammer Spoon stuff. Something private in there. So code, Adam's apple, Hammer Spoon. I guess we just open this up. This one? If it was... No, I don't think it was this. I think it was just this one function. Nice, Obama, yeah. Game ETA was horrible. Yeah. I should probably update that. Ecom, next game. Hasn't talked about it too much yet. He's going to design. He plans to start doing the, or well, like, he's done some basic game design for it, but has major questions about it that he'll start tackling on Monday. What is Monday? March 30th? Just make sure I'm not stupid and don't know how to add 4 days. Month. Yeah, 30th. Yeah, he hasn't revealed much about it. There we go. I'll just leave it at that. Just tuned in from work. What discussions have been had for the new game? Nothing really yet. Yeah. We'll finally have a good MMORPG. Oh, man. I am not going to make an MMORPG. You know what I do think is really cool, though? Someone made that RuneScape-inspired single-player RPG that looks like it's an MMO. So you have a bunch of bots running around the world that like grow and change with you and will, you know, make fun of you if you do something stupid. Starting a new game right away or taking a break until June? Probably starting on Monday. But when I say starting, again, I want to be clear. Like Monday is going to be game design. Probably Monday through Friday is going to be game design. Maybe even longer. And then we're going to move to the prototype. And then if that's good, we'll go to working on the full game. There will be a vacation somewhere in that time pretty early on. I don't know where exactly. Yeah. Hint at the genre. It's going to be like a single player adventure comedy, possibly puzzle to some extent. I don't know. But yeah, can I wish this right now? No. Have you thought about asking the player to turn their monitor sideways? Okay, so I actually do have an idea for something kind of similar to that, and it'll make more sense when we talk about it, but For accessibility reasons, I thought it's not a good idea to do it. But because of the comedy aspect, I think that sort of thing would be pretty funny. Won't be here to seed my dumb ideas in Adam's brain. Oh, we got some good things set up so far. How's it going with sales? I just have not been looking at sales. I intentionally don't want to look at them. Planning to use Godot with C#? Yep. Yeah, maybe I should make like a frequently asked questions for the new game. Yeah. Make an FAQ for the new game. Maybe like time to complete it, phases that I have planned, technology that I'll use. What else? Oh yeah, an overview of the game. Yeah, that should be this. Just repurpose this document. Oh, Deller, thank you for the gifted subs. 10 gifted subs. Welcome, everyone. You have to close your DS to solve a puzzle. I'll make it so you have to buy a DS and then put in a Pokemon game. And then tell me the third character of the text on the screen that shows up. It's a K. Because that wouldn't make any sense. Anyway, yeah, thank you, Deller. Okay, so just repurpose this document. Okay, so now over to here. We're going to go into the Hammer Spoon directory. And we can just put this anywhere. In fact, what do I have here right now? Window navigation, format Twitch chat, shorts helper, and Skeleiseller. I mean, let's just cut it all out for right now. No. I'll modify this. So we'll go make a new hotkey here. Command Control Alt Shift 7. And what we're going to do is hs.grid.show. I'm just curious what this is going to do. So now let's go try that. Reload. This always takes a long time. And I think it's because of the window navigation shortcut. What's this Adam's apple and hammer spoon stuff? So I'm on a Mac and I thought a clever name for it would be Adam's apple. So this is all my like Mac setup stuff. Hammer Spoon is a scripting language for controlling various parts of your Mac. It is not a first party piece of software. And what we're trying right now is this. So let's see how this works. Let's say I have a window open. Let's say it is Finder. And I do this. Okay, cool. So here's what we have now. So you can select the screen. So I can move this left or right. I can type Q to make it go there, and then S to make it span. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. Yeah, so I can type like QC to make it span the whole screen. Or just QQ to make it go up to the upper left. Wow, that's really neat. Yeah, that's really neat. Huh. I gotta say, I don't think I'll ever use this because I just do this sort of thing. And if I wanted to take up 2/3 or 1/3, I can do this. I made a 2/3 thing somewhere. I don't remember how to make it. Oh, there we go. There's 2/3. I don't tend to use grid stuff, but it's a super cool idea. I really like it. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't see a need. What is this tool? This is Hammer Spoon, and this is a particular script that comes built in, which is hs.grid.show. And you can presumably customize this somehow. We can do exit callback multiple windows. Oh, maybe you can't customize it too much. Maybe you have to change the... I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to try that out. But what we actually want to do with this is I wanted to make a little dispatch UI, like a stream deck, that'll let me mute, run the outro. Is this even worth it? It's probably not worth it. Let's try this, see what happens. Why is there an await in here? Is that even valid, Lua? Toggle input mute. Oh, OBS WebSocket. Oh, whoops, this is not Lua code at all. I didn't realize what I was doing. I do have a mute shortcut. It just doesn't always work. And maybe I need to figure out why that's the case. Because if I could just mute my mic with this, that'd be totally fine. Looking for exactly that. No Xcode needed? Yeah. No, Hammer Spoon isn't the name of the new game, but I do like the name. I wonder why this doesn't work. OBS, Mac, mute hotkey not working. It's probably just because I have it set to mute and the OS is doing something. Let me take a look at the settings really fast. Hotkeys. There it is, mute and unmute. Yeah, I have them set to Alt-M, which is what types a mute by default. But every once in a while, it does work. Like right now, it's not. If I give OBS the focus, it still doesn't. I've seen this work in the past. I don't know how you get it to work. If I click up there, no. I mean, I could change this to something else. Yeah, I guess let's try a different shortcut. Maybe hyper F11. Okay, test. Okay, so that works just fine. So maybe that's it. Let's just do that. I'll just try to remember that that's my mute shortcut now. So if I'm ever about to cough, I just press this. And I cough. Oh, I crack myself up. I gotta say, one of the funniest things I was talking about on stream was before I launched Skeleiseller, and I was joking about how I'd go buy sushi, but like an abnormal amount of sushi. I was thinking about that for days. Days. All right, I don't think we need anything here exactly. I do use voice commands. We can make the voice commands better. Yeah, I think we just leave it at that. So code a base 64 conversion tool for Google Docs. No, yeah, I was just muting my mic, yeah. Who needs friends when you make yourself laugh like that? Hey, gotta make yourself laugh sometimes. You can't laugh at every single one of your own jokes, but like 98% is okay. So the problem here is, let's say we have an image. You cannot copy an image out of Google Docs by just pressing Command C. It doesn't work. You have to copy as Markdown and then go to a base 64 image conversion site, paste it in, delete a bunch of stuff. Actually, I think the equals is needed, and then hit decode. And I find this process incredibly tedious. And apparently it's not even working. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now we have the image, and now we can copy it and then paste it somewhere else. So yeah, I want to write something that just lets me right click this and does everything else for me. Yeah. All right, so it's got to be something that Hammer Spoon triggers. So this is in Shorts Helper. Where should we put this? Skeleiseller, format Twitch chat. Let's just make a new file. Do file. Copy Google Docs image.lua. So I want to go make a new file in there. Add file. Do you want to add it to Git? Yes. And we're going to press a shortcut and it's going to do something. I don't know what yet. I also don't know what the copy command should be. Maybe hyper C. Let's try that for now. And we'll just show an alert like, oops. Show an alert here saying to do make this work. Okay. Let me open the console here so I can actually see. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's try that again. Console. Okay, reload. So like I said, this takes a while. I don't know why it takes so long. How do you have an icon in the menu bar with your tool? Are you talking about Hammer Spoon? Hammer Spoon's not my tool. I'm just writing scripts that plug into it. Is the timeline bar on your Twitch stream enabled by you, or is Twitch doing some A/B testing? I think I have the ability to turn it off, maybe. But I think they gave it to partners. Okay, so now this should work. So now if I select something and press Command Alt Control Shift C, yeah, nice. Okay, good. So now we just need to draw the rest of the owl. So I don't know if Hammer Spoon can even do this. Hammer Spoon, copy, or like put image on clipboard. Write objects. Trigger your scripts with hotkeys only, no UI. Yeah, exactly. Keep a history of the clipboard for text entries. Manage the entries with a context menu. I don't want just text entries though. And this is a custom spoon. Yeah, I don't want this either. Clipboard tool. Yeah, that's custom. HS pasteboard. Inspect or manipulate pasteboards, more commonly called clipboards. Both the system default and custom named ones can be interacted with. So I can call set contents. Set contents of the pasteboard. String to be placed in the pasteboard. Optional string containing the name of the pasteboard. Can you use this to set an image though? Content types. Turn strings of the data types for the first pasteboard item. Okay, well, maybe the first thing we should do is just copy an image from this site and see what it looks like. I think to make this faster, I should probably cut out all my window navigation stuff, which is going to drive me crazy for a bit. But it would make this load a lot faster. I mean, I don't need this or this or this. So it's just a question of, can I deal without my window navigation thing for a little while? Probably not. I guess I'll tab. But now it should reload instantaneously, right? Yeah. Done immediately. Okay, well, we have get content, so let's go take a look at that. It returns a string or nil. So let's go try that out. We will alert when you type it over here. This is going to be some gigantic thing, though. We need a tiny image, I suppose. So name, we just don't specify a name here. This is probably just going to be binary data anyway. But yeah, let's go try it out. So I'm going to copy this image. It's probably going to like spew a whole bunch of trash onto the screen. It still says make this work. But I already reloaded. Okay, I think it is. I think something's going wrong. Clipboard contents. What's being made now? I want a way to convert a Google Docs image into an image on my clipboard. And I can't get this to work for some reason. Yeah, it says clipboard contents. It's not actually printing them though. Okay, well, I have the hammer spoon stuff here. I think there's some debug thing I can do, right? Yeah, debug logging, print, inspect. Okay, let's put that over here. Print, inspect, get contents. Okay, so how about just printed? And then that'll go over here. So I do this, I press the shortcut. What? Apparently that doesn't do what I think it does. I print it as a string. What? Console has a text input at the bottom, use it. Oh, I can just do that? Seriously? I don't think I realized that. hs.pasteboard.getContents. Okay, why is it printing exactly what I gave it? Is there some other thing I can get out of this? Read data, read color, read image. Returns one or more HS image objects from the clipboard. By default, the first image or a table of all images. So there's read image, there's no like write image? Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. I assume it'd be set contents and you just pass in. It says a string though. Man, I copied into print. But here, I didn't, right? Do I just... No, yeah. I don't understand that. Gonna use Godot for the new one? Yeah, I am. That's the plan. Okay, well, if there's another way we could potentially do this, which is just call into a shell script that does what we need. Because I'm not at all clear what I'm supposed to be doing here. I mean, the other thing is we could just give this to AI to see what it does. But before I do that, let's go take a look, which is hammer, spoon, set clipboard to image. Set clipboard to image. You can put a JPEG image in the clipboard using AppleScript like this. Set clipboard to, oh, neat. I wonder if we could do this using base 64. Don't support external software pasting images into the clipboard. But they have to, right? Or else how would you ever like copy an image from Affinity, for example? Like if I press copy right now, I could paste it into some other just image accepting program. Does making a browser extension make this easier? It's not exclusively a browser thing, but yeah, maybe a browser extension would make it a little bit easier. I'm not sure. So OSA script is one way we could potentially do this. Apparently someone made an image PB copy. But I want to see if Hammerspoon can do this. Improve image handling. What do we have here? Only works for ping data, which is fine for screenshots. Seems copying in other contexts loads it into the pasteboard as public.tiff. How do I put a GIF onto an NS pasteboard? What do they do here? Pasteboard.write. Image from path. Okay, interesting. I wonder if they have image from hammer, spoon, image. I wonder if they have image from base 64 or something. Base 64. Oh my God, look at this. They've got something here. Returns a bitmap representation as an encoded one. This is encode. Do they have a decode? They don't? Why not? Image from path, URL, app bundle. Oh man. Hammer, spoon, convert base 64 to image. Image from data. This is in 2017. It's still open. It's encoded as a URL string that converted to an image. As I recall, an encoded image string is base 64 encoded. Oh. And is that what we get from over here? If I just copy this? Oh, right. I can't do that anymore. Not quite. It's got some extra stuff there, but I can manipulate the string to get that. Would it be image from URL? Yeah. I think I could use that. I just need to change this into the right format. So how about this? Let's get a tiny image. So I'll draw a smiley face or something. How do you... All right, let's just do it this way. Right, I can't use my window navigation. All right, so we'll make a tiny image. I will draw a smiley face. Good job. Okay, now we paste this over here. All right, so there's my image. And now I want to paste this into Google Docs as well. And then copy this. And then we paste this over here. Ooh, it does not like very long lines, that's for sure. Is it just frozen? I think it's frozen. Oh, there it goes. Can I close this? Yeah. All right, so what is it looking for in terms of format? Encoded the prefix of data, colon, semicolon, base 64, comma. Maybe I should just encode an image that we have so I can look at the format of it. Yeah. Okay. I think this is what we do then. So first we get an image from the clipboard. How do we do that again? There's get contents, but again, this returns a string, right? Returns a string, yeah. And I can't get this to actually do anything. What if I copy text? Does it print out the text? It does. Okay. So it doesn't work when you print out or when you have an image on the clipboard. Interesting. It's whatever's inside the angle bracket from that string. Yeah, it should be. I just wanted to make sure that that's how it works. And actually the image, I guess it's just this entire thing. Yeah. It should just be that. And then we don't need the other angle bracket. Is that right? Yeah, we don't need the other angle bracket, I think. So if I copy this, and then we do I don't know where that went. From URL, there it is. hs.image.image from URL. Paste that. It might have worked. And now we just put that on the clipboard. If so, that's pretty easy. Where's the set contents? Set contents, here it is. Okay, so hs.pasteboard.set contents. Did it work? So now this would be on my clipboard and I could just paste it in here. Cannot create document. Current contents of the clipboard cannot be used to create a new document. No, why not? It made an image. Maybe I need to, okay, how about let's go back a step. I'll copy this over to here because I think this is going to come in handy. But if we just take the inner part of this, this will give me an image. I equals that. And I can do like I.width or something. I.w. It knows it's an image. I don't know how you get any data about it. Size. Unexpected symbol. Okay, maybe we need to escape part of this string. Because it is base 64, which I think can include quotation marks, maybe? Does it? It doesn't include quotations, but backslashes? No. I mean, this is Lua, so technically even 2 dots could cause a problem, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, I think I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what it is. I think size is a method. It just said unexpected symbol. I mean, maybe it was that. No, it's still saying unexpected symbol. I'm guessing it can't read the image data correctly. And maybe there's something else I need to do for this. I'm not sure. Like if we select all of that and I delete the type here, does that help me at all? Oops. Oh, now it says it's a function. Incorrect type, no value. Yeah. I guess if we're doing this, I can put my image or my scripts back in, right? Because I'm just typing it into the console anyway. But yeah, I'm glad I wrote this down that I can do this. I feel like this shouldn't be that hard to do. And that there's some other fiddling I need to do for this. A web URL specifying the location of the image to retrieve. They just said, as I recall. I think it should be fine like that. Data : I mean, we could try the way I had it before. which was this. And that does match the style that they have here, right? Yeah. Is anything needed at the end? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so it does seem like this is not giving me a proper image. Like I could do this dot size and see, yeah, it's not working. Incorrect type, no value. It makes an image though. Okay, well, let's look through the source code. Maybe we can find something there. Image. Well, it's not there. Where do we find? It's probably in a C file. No, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just, like, we have this constructor here for an image. This, it doesn't say exactly. Oh, hey, there's the source. It's a .m file. Okay, so how does this work? Init with contents of URL, the URL. Dispatch async. Oh, that's probably why. Okay, so I didn't realize this. Yeah, I can't just call size on this, but I can set this to the value, but then size here fails because this is asynchronous, even though we have the data there immediately. I don't know how you're supposed to get this then. Could try if Copilot can work it out. Yeah, I'll probably try that in a bit. I still want to fiddle with this myself for a little while. If a callback function is supplied, this function will return nil immediately and the image will be fetched asynchronously. Oh, so it is synchronous if you don't specify a callback. Web URL. And what we need to find is init with contents of URL. I don't know where that comes from. Is it like an Objective-C function? I don't know where you even find the details of this. Yeah, it is. Does it say how this works with base 64? No. Also, it's deprecated. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This isn't looking too hopeful because I don't know if this part's even working correctly. What's like the tiniest base 64 image? Tiny base 64 image. Smallest base 64 image. This. Small and viewable is this. Small, but actually looks like something. Okay, great. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's take that. And that way we can just call this function. So now it's just hs.image from URL, I think. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Now we type that in. And it returns nil. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong then. It was image from URL, right? Yeah. Ah, what a shame. Yeah, what a shame. All right, I'll check and we'll see if we can do this. So if I have a base 64 string in Hammerspoon, how do I convert a base 64 string into an image and put it on the pasteboard? I think the hs.pasteboards.set contents would be the right way. Oh, they decode it first and then use image data from that? Oh my God. I'm going to be a little bit bummed if that's all it took to do this. There's no image from data though. That doesn't exist, right? We looked at this already. Image from data. Yeah, that doesn't exist. I think it's trying to read from a GitHub issue where this was proposed. Do they have references here? No. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this function doesn't exist anywhere. Yeah, I don't think it does. Okay, well, let's just try that. Hey, Ramy. Yeah, quick completion time. Image from ASCII? I mean, let's see what decode even does here, right? HS dot base 64 dot decode. And then just delete all this stuff. I mean, I don't think this is going to work. But sure, let's try it. They're not even, well, I mean, they could be ASCII characters. Oh, nope, that's not what I want. HS.image.image from ASCII. It thinks it made an image. Does it have a size? No, it still doesn't. Yeah. Saying write objects instead of, well, that part I'm just ignoring. I just want to see if I can get the image and I can't. I wonder if it's because I'm not setting local here. That'd be kind of funny. No, that's not the problem. Well, I mean, let's try with setting it to J. J is nil. I don't know if you can do this. I think you can't use a local because it'll cease to exist after the current line. Yeah, like this knows it's an image. It doesn't have anything about it. And what's that debug function to print everything? hs.inspect J. Which just says it's an image. And this isn't going to work right, yeah. Okay. Well, barring this, which I would have liked to do all this in Hammerspoon, but barring that, I can still do it via a shell script. It's just I don't have any confidence that I will be able to set the contents of the pasteboard. Like, suppose I get data from something. What does all this other stuff do? Image from name. And what is this? A string containing a representation of an image. Optional table containing context for each shape. I don't know how you're supposed to use that function. Shouldn't there be an equal sign at the end of base 64? I think equals is used for padding at the end if it's needed. Didn't you read Skeleiseller about a week ago? Yeah. I'm excited to work on a new game though. Yeah, I can't figure this out. It's too bad. Okay, well, like I said, we don't need for this to be the case. But if we're not going to use Hammerspoon, then we've got to have something, some other program running somewhere. And then we just pass it the base 64 data that we take from the clipboard. Although the program could probably just do that itself anyway. Try .to ASCII on image and then image from ASCII to see what it would print out. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So if I copy this and then hs.pasteboard.get contents, it's returning nil. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. There's read image. I guess that's what we do. Pasteboard.read image. Does this have a size? It doesn't? Okay, maybe this is working the entire time and you just can't use .size on this for some reason. Oh, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would that be the case? I.size. Yeah, weird. It's got to have the image on the clipboard, right? Like I can paste it into here now? Yeah. And it's what, 16 by 16? No, 8 by 8? Yeah, 8 by 8. So, read it back using image from path and delete the file. Yeah, I think something else is going on here, though. I think I can't, even when I have an image on the, not on the clipboard, but once I have an image here, I still can't get the size of it for some reason. And that's peculiar to me. There's size here, an optional table, get or set the size. Yeah, weird. Return the current size if no arguments are provided. Yeah, I don't know why this would mess up. Is there something else? I mean, we have two ASCII there. We could try that. I.2 ASCII. That didn't work either. Okay, let's search for this on Hammerspoon's GitHub. Oh, what just happened? Maybe try I colon size. No, that's the, no, wait, maybe, I don't know, maybe that would work. I always forget Lua table syntax, but I think that's checking the address of the function. I'm not actually sure though. Hey, Kappa. Next trigger, problems after coroutine. Investigate when we should fire off hotkey events. Incorrect type. Expected user data. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, go back to here. I could say local image equals hs.image.read from URL. And then just paste in my base 64 that we have for the tiny image or image from URL. Then set it hs.pasteboard.set contents image. And then just say done here. And delete that. Does encoding it back work? I don't think anything seemed to work on it. Sent you a working script in Discord. I tried it and it seems to work for me. Okay, I'll take a look at that in a sec. I'm going to test this here now and just see what happens. Like, I'm going to run this command. It says done. I'm going to try pasting it in here. Does not work. Okay, well, let's look at what Yo sent me. gsub delete everything here. So get rid of all of this stuff. So we just have the base 64 text. Then data URL, data %s, base 64%s, the MIME type being image PNG. Okay. And then base 64 being just the data. Then get image from URL. Well, how is this different from what I'm doing? This is what I don't understand. And they use write objects to not set contents. I mean, what if I had just done write objects? Would that have worked? I mean, I will just try this whole script in a second, but let me try this first. It's writing as a string. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, it just loaded. So let's try this again. I just do this. It says done. And then I try pasting. It worked. Okay. Well, then there we go. Yes, I was just calling the wrong function and debugging this part the wrong way. And I know someone commented on write objects earlier, but I thought that was just a mistake, as in I thought that wasn't a valid API because I didn't look that far down the page. Apparently, where'd that go? I'm on the wrong page now. All right, I don't know. I don't know where it went. Yeah, here it is. Write object. Wow. Okay. Well, so this is pretty close to what I want then. So now we need to take the current contents of the clipboard, which is going to have base 64 data, but actually more than that. Oh, you know what we could do? We could paste this tiny image. Copy. How do we copy this? I'll just copy it from the web page. Yeah, here. Copy this into Google Docs. And then copy this so that we can figure out what this looks like, which is that. And then, yeah, we want to take out all the base 64 data. Where did that go? I don't know where I put that. Maybe I never put it anywhere. Or maybe I closed it. Whoops. So here it is. Okay, so base 64. I want the entirety of this string that we'd have here. Hey, Neuron. So this is what this is going to look like. And we don't have data for this. Also, actually, I guess what I'd want is just a regex to capture the groups inside of this and then whatever data's after it, because it might not be a ping on the clipboard. And I'd like this to work with everything. But I don't want to figure this out. Yeah, I guess let's just give this to this. So delete. I'll save this as a Lua file somewhere. I don't know, copy.lua. Okay, so a new thing, agent, whatever, I don't care. Given a string containing the lines 9 to 11, starting with, it starts with an asterisk. Is that actually correct? I don't think that is correct. It does. Wow. Oh, wait. Oh, but that's because it's on a bulleted list. Is that why? I think that's why. I think if I did not have this on a bulleted list, it would not have the asterisk. Yes, it does not. Okay, anyway. So given a string containing the lines, so starting with an asterisk and ending with a greater than sign, change copy base 64 image to clipboard so that it pulls the mine type and base 64 data out of the string. Okay, let's try that. Because I don't feel like writing a regex for this. Not in Lua, at least. I'm going to go learn a new flavor of regex. Allow edits to sensitive files. Yeah. Did I get rich this week? I haven't checked sales since day one. Okay, so this should be working now. What do we have? If it's not a string, return. Otherwise, get that and that. Yeah, I don't know. Looks fine to me. The true test is just trying it out for real. Proof is in the pudding. What happened there? Okay, so we take some input, which is this. And that should be it, right? This calls write object, so we don't need that. We don't need this. I guess you could say copied image to clipboard. I think that part's fine. Yeah, that should do it. Let's try it out. If it took off by the paycheck eventually? Yeah. Okay, we should be able to test this out pretty soon. So we're going to copy this as Markdown, and then we're going to try to paste it into here. It did not work. Did it? Oh, wait. Wait. I didn't do it correctly. I need to run this. And now it says attempt to call a nil value. Line 1. What? Why mess up? No, wait. It says line 3. Oh, does the function need to be defined first? Is there no like forward declarations in Lua? My switch between projects, everything's reset. Sync is enabled. Yeah, but is it pulling from a local file in your new project? Because you can save into the Git repo that you have. It might be that that's happening. All right, so let's try this again. Copy as Markdown. Do that. Copied image to clipboard. Oh my God, it worked. This is wonderful. Okay, cool. Yeah. The idea folder? Yeah, I think so at least. There should be some XML files that get saved. This is actually so handy. Yeah, this is pretty nice that this finally works. So now I just need to write a comment for this. Did a simple Command C and Command V not work? No, you can't do that. So if you just copy this, it is a Google Docs specific like clipboard format. So now if I paste, it'll work here. But if I paste over here, it won't work. Whoops. It just doesn't do anything. So yeah, that's why we made this in the first place. Okay, so the comment we're going to write is in Google Docs, if you copy an image, you can't paste it outside of the document. Instead, you have to copy it as Markdown so that you get the base 64 data on your clipboard. Then you have to convert it to an image. I used to use a site like this, but I would still have to trim the copied Markdown so that it just contained the base 64 blob. I was sick of doing that and wrote this function. Do I have my corn config published? Yeah, that is right there. Okay, cool. So this works. And I feel pretty good about that because I do this process quite a lot and this has always been a rough edge for me. What would be kind of nice is if we could just click an image and do copy like that. So we can make that work, but it would need to press Alt/ and then type copy from Markdown or copy Markdown, copy as Markdown. Oh, whoops, I accidentally rotated it somehow. Copy Markdown. We could do those things. We can send keystrokes, right? I wonder if we should do that. First of all, how do we send keystrokes? Do I do this anywhere else? No, I don't think so. Okay, well, let's find out how we do that. Hammer, spoon, send keystrokes. HS event tap. Tap into key into input events for observation, possibly overriding them. Sending mouse and keyboard events. If you need to construct finely controlled mouse and keyboard events, see event tap.event. Okay, so how do we do this? Keystroke. Keystrokes. Generates and emits keystroke events for the supplied text. If you want to send a single keystroke, use single keystroke. Okay, yeah, so we need both of these. We need this one. So we need to send Alt/, which is modifier. So we just type Alt and then character, just type slash. Okay. And that's pretty easy. Alt/. So this will open the menu. We probably need to wait some amount of time. And then we send keystrokes, copy Markdown. We don't need the as in there. And then we send enter. I wonder if we can just type enter. Character. How do you... I don't know how you send enter. Hammer, spoon, send, enter key. How do I add a new line? Control J. I mean, I could maybe put a new line character in, but I don't know for sure that. Oh, hey, key codes. Return? It's return. Okay, so let's try that and see how that works. First param needs to be a table. Thank you. Also, I wonder how we not have that typed that way. Oh, another ad break's gonna start. Okay, let's see if we can test this really fast. So we need another image in here. I guess we already have this one on the clipboard, so let's just take this one. So is it done? It's done now. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. It did not send enter. Ah, man. Key must be a string or number. Says it must be a string or number. It's a... Oh, I need modifiers just be an empty table? Okay, that might work. Running out of time, running out of time. I'll just do this when I come back from the break. But I'd still like to try this. It hasn't reloaded yet. There it goes. Okay, so let's see. I select this. Whoops. I think it worked. It did work. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go take a break. It's feeling pretty good. Is it jump time? Is it jump time? It's jump time. Alrighty, close the game. So I think this is working. Close the game. By the way, the glow at the end does not save, so you need to do it during a game. So let's get one more image on here. Let's just go to Wikipedia and find an image of a cat. That's pretty good. Copy image, paste. Okay, now I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to just click this, and we're going to press the new hotkey. And it looks like it worked, but it did not work. And I think it's because we need to wait a little bit after sending keystrokes. Yeah, like now I think it worked. Yes. But yeah, we need a delay in there somewhere. So how do we add delays? Hammer, spoon, add delay. Creates a new delayed timer. I just want like a sleep actually, not even a delay. Use sleep. Blocks Lua execution for a specified amount of time. Yeah. Use of this function is discouraged. Blocks all main thread execution. No GUI updates will happen. No Lua will execute. Split your code up into multiple functions and use do after. Okay, sure. We can do that. Do after. Call a function after a delay. Second, number of seconds to wait before calling the function. Okay. Nice, Interstellar. So we send alt slash. We should probably wait a little bit. Maybe like 0.25 seconds. And then send text. Yeah. Yeah, this is a little bit weird. I don't really like how this is, but whatever. Local function, send text. Do we need curly braces? No. Just need an end. Right, so now we send copy markdown. Then we do this again. And then this is going to be send return. Local function, send return. And then we need to wait just a tiny bit longer. And we'll do copy image. Yeah, sure. Local function copy image. All right, there we go. Okay, that's everything. Let's try it out. Keystroke has a delay parameter. Oh. Code, keystroke. Delay, an optional delay between key down and key up. Oh no, that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't think we can use that. Okay, so now I'm going to try this. So we're going to try copying it. Oh, it's so close. Incorrect type nil for argument 2, expected function. Oh, right, forward declarations. Oh, God. Okay, so this needs to go above the other two. This needs to go above that one. And all of these need to go above this. Okay, now we try it again. Did it work? It worked. Okay, so let's try it. So we do this. Nice. And then we try pasting our smiley face. Nice. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It's probably resilient enough, and we can always change the timings if we need to. But yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness. So we'll go check that in. A lot of things were modified here. What changed here? I added rider. I'll just update all these things at once. Yeah, this is really nice. Looks good. We don't need this change. Yeah, I'll ignore that one. We added rider in here. Okay, cool. So update configs. I started using rider and I added a script to copy images from Google Docs. this needs to be customized everywhere, right? Which is annoying. I don't remember how you do that. Forgot where you do this. Version control, yeah, here, commit. Yeah, so I just check these 3 things. And on this one, we choose wrap. Yeah, so now as I type, it'll put it onto a new line. Okay, so commit and push. Let's try that. Adam's apple looks good. Push. Cool. Log into GitHub. Okay, I guess we need to do this for all of these. Engage privacy mode. Give me a sec. Oh, no, it's just done now. So I'm guessing it pushed. Probably. Yeah, thank you. I'll edit that now. Rider. Rider is a JetBrains ID that Adam started using over VS Code. Why Rider? I didn't put the link to Rider here. JetBrains. I probably should have. Cool. Hey, Moonstroid. How'd the whole release go? Happy with how it turned out. Also, sales-wise. Welcome in. I'm feeling good now. I was not feeling good after launch. I finally summed it up to someone yesterday, I think in a way that probably makes sense and is succinct, which is I read all the reviews and the positive ones, well, the negative ones, I felt bad for these for kind of obvious reasons, just they were negative. And then the positive ones were still like, the game was fun, but too short. So it's like, none of the reviews necessarily made me feel good. And I was just really mopey about it for a while. And then as of like Monday of this week, I started feeling better. So now I'm feeling good. As far as sales go, I just haven't looked at the sales numbers. I don't plan on it. I realized a couple things about myself. One, I don't really like social media to begin with. But like I didn't post on it very much. And I very much don't like posting on it. And the other thing was, I don't like focusing on money. Or at least not with this, like with games. So, yeah, I don't know. Steam just kind of felt like, oh, it's like posting on social media almost. Really enjoying it. Found the stream because of the game. Oh, cool. Yeah. You don't read reviews, you publish a game and move on. So, yeah, my thinking was that if there were negative reviews because they're like, oh, I encountered a bug that was difficult to overcome, something like that, that I was like, I should definitely read reviews for that reason. Honestly, hardly any bugs were important in my mind, except for one, which was people were getting crashes on NVIDIA OpenGL drivers. And I provided another renderer option that people could use if that happens to them. Hey, Void. Write a review that should make you feel good. Thanks, Busharos. Yeah. Yeah, reviews really do help on Steam. So if anyone has played, I mean, honestly, even if you leave a negative review, it helps just increase your review count. And I think there's some value in that. Okay, so we're done with that I wanted to do. Now I said I wanted to update my Twitch avatar. What is the size of the Twitch avatar? Settings, channel. Where do you even set this? Brand? There it is. Update profile picture. No, it doesn't say anything. So I guess we just need to find game, assets, characters, Adam as a customer, open this up. All right, so we're going to take that frame. Should I put a background color? I probably should, right? Oh, Satchmo, thanks for resubbing. Happy 55 months. Hey, Plam. How are you able to sustain game dev? I assume you have other sources of income if money is irrelevant for the game. Ask because I would like to start with game dev and I have some doubts internally. So I was working at Google before this. And I have savings from that, and my wife is working. And also, Skeleiseller, at least from a cost perspective, was like practically free. If you if you value my time at nothing. So I wasn't burning through money, but I wasn't accumulating money other than Twitch. But I don't try to make money through Twitch, really. Like, I appreciate subs and everything, but I don't want people to feel like they have to spend money. Or I think there are other streamers out there who are trying to make a living doing streaming. So I'm not trying to make a living doing streaming, at least. We have different expectations. Yeah. No, I agree. And I think it was just an emotional time, and it was just difficult to grapple with what do I do now? And yeah, I feel like I'm largely through that. Saw everything the game had to offer with just 2 hours of playtime. So something that's not clear from these reviews, and something I just kind of realized afterward, is that that person probably maxed out the demo. That's my guess. So they probably had like 1 hour or maybe even more of playtime in the demo, and then they had 2 hours in the full game. So it actually was like a 3 hour playtime, and 3 hours is probably long enough to have seen what the game has to offer. Now, they might have come to incorrect conclusions about, maybe they thought, oh, the game is too grindy or something. I don't think the game is very grindy. But if people forget about certain systems, like I've seen people just like drop fishing completely. If you do that, the game's going to feel grindy because it's like you're not using the systems that are available to you. Same thing with the treasure system. It's like if you don't get the key upgrades or you don't turn on the key grinder, it's going to feel like, oh man, I'm just dragging wet armors into the key grinder constantly. I didn't used to work on Kubernetes. I used to work on a product that was based on Kubernetes, kind of. It eventually came out. It was called the Infrastructure Manager, I think. GCP Infra Manager. It started as a very different product, though. But yeah, this is the thing I guess I kind of worked on. It's weird to say that because it was like, it was in development for, I don't know, long enough after I was done, where it wasn't like, oh, it launched while I was working on it. It didn't. Okay. Hang on one sec. That apparently did not clear my throat. All right, I added a new shortcut for that, right? What is it? Yeah, there. Okay, cool. I start using that. Let's look at the sales of that. Totally not bad. All right, so I want to take this image, put this in a new thing, and probably put a background on it. I kind of like the Skeleiseller blue that we had, like the cloudy background. If you have a transparent, let's just try this. Let's just export this. I don't know what a transparent image would look like on this. Atom.png. Okay, let's try using this on here. So just drag this over. Oh, you can't do that. Upload photo. Okay, this looks horrendous. But if I were to save this, yeah, so here's what it looks like now. So I just need to make it not pixelated. So that we can use image magic and just find a command that resizes it. Yeah, like this. Okay, and just echo that for now. Let's go to temp. Let's get the echo command, which I've lost somehow. So it's atom.png. Let's resize it to, what was it sized to begin with? I think it's 14 by 16, but let's just look at this. 14 by 17. Okay, so let's just set it to 140 by 170 and just save it over itself. I'll try using that now. Update profile picture. Okay, there we go. So did that update automatically for all of you? Like if we go into Twitch categories, software and game dev. Hey, nice. I like it. And is it truly transparent? If I change the background of this, do we see that? Background color red. Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Background color red. Yeah, nice. It's transparent. I don't know if it should be transparent, but that's what I did. So that's what we're keeping for now. And let's go update it on YouTube as well. YouTube. Where do I do this? Settings, your channel. You do this. Oh my God, there's like no easy way to, oh, there we go. I went like 4 different pages before I found it. I think this is it now. At least 98 by 98. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's click change and click Atom. Done. Oh, it's got a white background now. So there's no such thing as a transparent background on YouTube at least. So I think instead of white, let's make it like a blue background. So how do we do this? That new layer? How do you add a new layer? What? Yeah, what am I doing? Huh. Yeah, I don't know where you're supposed to do this. New container layer, new pixel layer. There we go. All right, so we just put this in the background and then make this just have any color. Problem is I've never learned how to use this program at all ever. There, fill tool. Okay, so I just click this. That did nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Why can't I just click this? Oh, man. Oh, hey, there we go. I think it was just somehow transparent. Okay, I want it to be like a lighter blue. I don't think blue's going to work all that well, actually, right? Because the shirt is blue. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so now export whole document. Atom blue BG. Okay, now let's try changing that. Yeah. Is it iron? It is. It is wrinkle free. To continue, we need to confirm it's really you. How is it going to confirm? Check your Google Pixel. Okay. Cool. So that should just be updated, right? So now if we go to Adam Learns VS Code or something like that, it's still the old one here. Maybe it's new on my, yeah, there. That's good. Does it look pixelated? It looks like slightly blurry, right? That should be the larger graphic. And all it needed to be was 98 by 98. Oh, maybe because I zoomed in on it? Yeah, maybe we should just make that even larger. Atom blue BG, Atom blue BG. Okay, let's just set it to 1400 by 1700. Rebranding too. I mean, no, I think I'm just going to leave the same channel name. I just wanted to change the profile image that I used. Okay, hopefully this looks better. Yeah, this looks a lot crisper. Ooh, okay, there we go. Nice. And it still needs to confirm that it's me. Wow, every single time I change this. I guess that's reasonable. Doesn't take very long. It's done. Okay, so now where did I have that loaded up? Don't know. But now it should not look pixelated. Oh, it still kind of does. Huh. Okay, well, we can delete the current project as Skeleiseller. Link below. What else do we have here? Yeah, I should change all these things, right? Where do you change that stuff? There we go. All right, so delete this. And say doing game development. Yeah, that's good. Okay, publish. Gonna ask me again, isn't it? No, it didn't. Just for changing the profile image. Okay. Well, we're done with that. Did you make this artwork? No, Quickie Joe did this. And for those who don't know, the reason this artwork even exists is because he's like, hey, if you want to put this in Skeleiseller, you can. And I did put it in Skeleiseller. So I am a customer in my own game. Are you starting to develop a new game next week? Yeah. I try to keep the today command up to date if you ever want to check that out. Too soon. Don't know if I can handle this kind of change. I think it'll be fun. So one of the other things you got to do, where is this? Update about panel again. Maybe update YouTube as well. Talk about what I'm working on. All right, so what else did we have in terms of tasks that I could do on stream? I don't know. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I have to do off stream. Is there any other tooling that I wanted that I don't have? I think that's what we need to figure out. Let's close out of this. And maybe this too. Yeah. Is there any other tooling that I want that I can make on stream? Anything that I find to be annoying to do myself? Well, there's the daily stuff that I do. I already have that written down. There was copying images from here that I just accommodated. There's filling out the journal. I already have a script to make a new line here, though. I just run this, and it takes a long time, but then it does that. Yeah, this is still miscellanea. Work through more of the backlog. I made a hammer spoon script that would copy an image out of Google Docs. Thanks, Sobo. Adam Learn Simulator. Oh my god. There was something a long time ago, like YouTuber Life or YouTube Simulator or something, where you got to play as a YouTuber. But I don't know if there's been a game where you play as a specific person. Maybe there is. Yeah, new icon. I think this skull was really cool while I was working on Skeleiseller, but I don't want to keep it if I'm working on a non-skeleton related game. Did you, or are you planning to do a video on learnings from the release? Yeah. I have the whole script written out already. Lessons learned from Skeleiseller. So this is all the stuff I plan on talking about here. This is not a public note, but we wrote this on stream the other day. So just if you look at the header sections, and whoops, I just deleted everything. If you look at the header sections, it's this stuff. So I want to talk about launch, Steam, game design, playtesting, some personal lessons like the social media thing, localization, marketing, coding. Probably won't do the Godot ones. Those will probably get scrapped. So like just ignore that. But yeah, the rest of these I think should still be good. So I think I'll record that tomorrow maybe. But yeah, on this note, anything else I can do? I don't think so. Are you fully funded through your game dev stuff? What's a runway for another game look like? Yeah, it's well. Okay, so here's what I think fully funded would mean for me. I could like pay people up front to work on the game. I don't think we hit this level of sales from Skeleiseller. Wait, why is this happening? Oh, because this isn't a new project. Oh god, I didn't realize I fixed this per project. I wanted this set just everywhere. Out of curiosity, if we added this to the dictionary or something like that, then would it save it everywhere? Is there like a solution, this computer? Okay, this computer, let's put it there. Yeah. Try to rewatch that stream. Oh no, you don't need to rewatch that. I think just rewatch. Like, sorry, I think just watching the video that I make out of this should be fine. And thanks, Power Down says. Yeah, Quickie Joe made it. You know what's funny is when I made it, the skull originally, a lot of people on Twitch will see it in their sidebar and be like, "Who is that I'm following?" So like you're probably seeing the pixelated version of me now over here. But when they first saw the skull, they were like, "Who's that?" So I should change my profile picture all the time. Will there be any dolphin projectiles in the next game? Is this a reference to something? I don't recall this. But no, there's no plan for that. What would you say has been the most valuable lesson you've learned from the project? Maybe not the biggest one, but the one that made the most sense or had the greatest impact. So let me look through this really fast, because one of the personal lessons was really important. And I have to keep reminding myself of this, like this lesson right here. But this does not apply to just anyone reading the video. But like I do work hard. I do a lot of stuff. If I ever feel like I'm not doing stuff, I actually am, and I'm just not looking at what I'm doing. That's all. Or I've done too much already. I struggle with this quite a lot. I am a productive person by nature, I feel. And if I'm ever lazy, it's just that I'm burned out, not really lazy. But that's not an applicable lesson for everybody, I think. Some people might feel like, okay, well, I can't work hard on this because I'm doing other stuff or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let me think. Because the biggest lesson from Botland was product market fit is super important. That was the biggest lesson there. From Skeleiseller, biggest lesson. Yeah, I guess that hasn't had enough time to simmer for me to have a biggest lesson right off the top of my head. Yeah. Like this is applicable to probably everyone making a game to try to sell it, the product market fit bit. But I'm not sure what the biggest one would be. I think the first thing that comes to mind is just game design takes a lot of iteration. By the way, if I don't have that here, I should have that there. Yeah, I don't have that there. I should write that. Game design takes a lot of iteration. It's easier to copy another game, but then it's also less novel. For Skeleiseller, I avoided playing other idle or management games so that I could come up with ideas myself. It led to some fun systems, but also a lot of time spent doing things that never made it to the final game. You learned you could rap. I promised dolphin projectiles for Boatland. Oh wow, I don't remember that. I was thinking of making an April Fool's video for this year, just like how Botland turned into Boatland. I was thinking Skeleiseller could turn into Skeleiseller. But I thought I've already done enough nautical April Fool's videos, so I scrapped that idea. But I do think it'd be funny. What about prototyping? You said you had the next game idea. Many studios create 20 prototypes, choose the best, get feedback, and narrow it even more. So my general plan is to always pursue games I want to pursue, and then ideally find a way to make them work. So like with Skeleiseller, I didn't do market research and see, do people want an idle game now or an incremental game now? I just want to make the best possible game it could be. So for the next game, it's going to be the same thing. It's going to be kind of a story-driven, like adventure comedy game, and maybe there's some puzzle elements or something. And like, is there a place in this for the market? No clue. Not going to look into it because I want to make this game, and then we try to make it as good as possible based on what people say. So if people play it, let's say I get 50 people to play it at first after like a month of prototyping, and everyone's like, this is not feeling good, then that's my market research saying I'm not going to do it. But otherwise, I want to pursue this idea. Hey, Animus, welcome in. Still a 2D game? Yeah. Yeah, so let me start the FAQ for the next game because I think we're going to need that. So this says new game introduction for viewers. How about we just say new game FAQ? Yeah. So FAQ. What technologies are you using? Still, Godot, and C#. Will the game be 2D? Yes. Will the game be open source? No. Who is working on the game? I still need to officially assemble the team. I haven't even finished reaching out to the people who worked on the current game, so I need to finish doing that too. Keeps one mentally healthy and fulfilled. Yeah, and that's probably the biggest reason why I'm doing game dev in the first place. And it's why I quit my last job. I wasn't fulfilled by doing that job. And I don't want to get preachy. I don't want to talk about this too much, but I think any job or career is an equation of good and bad. So, like, you hate your team, maybe -3, and you earn a lot of money, maybe +7 or something. For you to figure out if it's worth it for you is based on your evaluation of all these different parts: your work-life balance, your commute to work, the technologies you work with, the impact you have on the world, the impact you have on your community. And yeah, fulfillment is one such aspect. And some people might assign a +0, like, I don't care if I'm fulfilled, I just want money. And some people might assign a -1. Some people might be like, oh my God, I'm working for a nonprofit and I love it and it's +100 or something. For me, my last job was minus some amount. I don't know how much because I'm not coming up with scales for all this stuff, but I just did not feel like I could have done that for many more years. Will it be 3D? Will it be 4D? All right, let me add in all those questions too. Indies do research and share development, and it seems that indies in the past did what they wanted to do. More like a mix because you do share it. Yeah, yeah, and I will listen to people's input, but I think another strong thing I need to talk about here is maybe my like design philosophy. It's not set yet, but I typically have strong philosophies that suggestions may not be compatible with. And I haven't written this yet. This isn't supposed to be the final thing, e.g. equipment and Skeleiseller. Any new game would for sure start with a really interesting technical demo. Yeah, hey, Mr. Evil Rex.